kind of spirit came along, a guardian spirit.
Did it get a sense that it was a big guardian spirit, little guardian spirit, somewhere between?
Yeah, it was a moderate-sized guardian spirit. A Force 4 guardian spirit. When the guardian spirit saw your air spirit, within a second or two, another astral form joined it. It was a astrally projecting mage. Well, an astrally projecting metahuman. You assume it's a mage. This mage has a essence of slightly greater than 5 and a magic of 7. This mage spoke to your spirit. Be gone from this place. Tell your master that you are not welcome here. And due to being chased off, your spirit reports that unfortunately it was not able to do a complete assessment. Any magical defences within the grounds of this community outside of the buildings themselves were left to be investigated later. But it chose to retreat rather than engage in a fight.
That was a wise decision.
It's intuition 6, man. I mean, give it some credit.
Yeah, no. 6s and everything is good stats, right? But yeah, I thank the spirit for his discretion. I have one last question. If wise spirit, did you have a sense of if the metahuman was a hired guard acting in a professional capacity or one of the residents?
The spirit says they stood as much as a man on a tower looking into the night might stand.
So a professional guard then. Thank you.
May the north wind blow you to green hills and bountiful treasures. Caw! And it just, poofs off into the astral.
Yeah, just tell him he's dismissed. This might be one of the things that changed with additions, but if you send them abroad, they don't use up all their services, right? So
a remote service is anything more than magic times 100 meters from your location and uses up all services.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So you didn't actually have to dismiss it, it was just free.
It was just being nice to you.
Well, fine then.
You didn't even have to come back.
Too, so.
Quoth the raven.
It's a Force 6 spirit. It could mess you up. It doesn't have to be nice to you. It was just choosing to.
Well, I'm nice to the spirit, so we all get along.
Yeah, you are. So that's all good then. Cool. So that's your first round of magical recon.
Shenanigans.
I will share that knowledge to the group to the extent that it makes sense to any of them. It looks to me like light magical security. One guard, who summoned a medium spirit and some watchers. It doesn't seem to be general wards, but it looks like some apartments essentially are warded.
Yeah, this all looks like gibberish to me. I need to freshen up on my magical security. Exile, what do you think?
In regards to the
magical security, yeah.
Burnout mage, to be expected. You said he was how strong?
I think he was at least level 2 initiate.
Magic 7.
Yeah.
Damn.
So,
he's probably a little more powerful than I am, to be honest. So maybe I should revise the statement of light magical security. He was a beefy gentleman. on the astral.
And he was burnt out, you said? Which means that he's initiated at least 3 times.
7 would be 2, but I mean, it depends. He could be initiated more than that, right? Not that these are not in-game concepts, but he had a higher magic rating than his. He had a higher magical power than his essence would have indicated. He apparently had
4
some
hits.
cyber, not much.
Yep.
Which means he's initiate, right?
He had an essence of a bit over 5, which means he's IG2. Minimum.
Yeah, I mean, he could be initiated 4 and only raise his magic twice, right?
All right. You people are not talking English anymore. So what do we know about the magical security then?
Bad news.
That bad, huh? Well, Drek.
Their mage is a little bit better than I am, is what I'm trying to say. But
more than a little.
He's less ballsy with his spirits, let me put it that way.
Hey, come on, Exile. Don't diss on the new guy that way.
No, the way I see it is, what did his signature look like? Did it have any wear? That sort of stuff does translate over into the astral.
Yeah, so
spirit,
no. So what you know from the telepathic link that your spirit gave is that there is a number of augmentations clustered around the brain of this projecting mage.
Yep. Which means
some are in the front of the brain, one of them is like in the lower back of the brain, but they're all roughly brain or skull augmentations. What they are, you couldn't tell, but...
Can I tell if that's cyber or bio, though?
No.
They would be bio.
You can't actually tell if they're cyber or bio. Yes?
Could Booker send this data to a trusted street doc that he knows, to maybe he can tell us more about what's inside this guy's head?
Well, the data you've got is the mental impression and telekinetic translation of the astral form of a character.
Oh yeah.
Not really data.
Never mind.
I mean, it's you can be like, well, it's kind of fuzzy up here and it kind of looks like this, and your street doc will come back and be like,
fuck you, man.
I don't got no idea what all this is because you haven't described it well enough.
I mean, I can tell you what I would get, right? I would get some encephalon type stuff, right? Get a little smarter. It helps on the astral. I'm just telling you what I fantasize about in the catalog, right?
Yeah, it's Christmas time. Everyone's fantasizing. Right. I saw that Barrett you had, Exile. God damn it, Chummer, you gotta help me. You gotta let me shoot that on the range.
Yeah. Well, depending on how things go, we might end up live fire.
Oh, baby.
Right, so
I would hope.
Arden, any more magical shenanigans, or shall I move character?
I think if we can go on to someone else for now.
Okay.
Most obvious action.
Exile.
Yep.
Let's do some face shins.
Sorry?
Let's do your league work, man. Come on.
All right.
Thank you for patiently waiting till last.
Yep. So So what do we know about this so far? We know that the magic security is not to be fucked with.
Mm-hmm.
We know what floor that the woman is on.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the 5th floor of Perry Towers.
Mm-hmm. Do we know which of the two towers she's in?
Perry Towers is actually one building.
Okay.
It's misnomer.
Magical security wasn't that crazy. It's not like they had a team, right?
We don't fuck with a 7
I'm just going to inform you of this out of character. But one mage with one low-level force... So, levels of magical security start off with nothing. Then go paracritters, watchers,
AKA
spirits, mages on call, mages on site, scary mages, then teams of scary mages. You're one down from teams of scary mages. You're at scary mage.
This
The
is a
magical
heavily
security
defended.
is quite cranked up.
Yeah, this is not light, out of character. This is heavy shit.
Well, no, it's not
Okay.
that heavy. I mean, I
Alright.
could have draped mana barriers everywhere, but that's just kind of dickish. This
It's up
is
there.
the sort of security that doesn't look like much, but if you mess with it, it will slap you 7 ways to Sunday.
Yeah. By the way, Lieber,
Yep.
Booker would volunteer himself to drive with Exile wherever he wants to go, just as, have some backup, because he doesn't need to be in the room to AR his drones.
Yep.
So, Aiden, you're brought up to speed out of character, and Exile, what are you doing?
Well, now that we've gotten what information we can, the only place left is to either figure out a way inside or make one. What do we know about the buildings themselves?
Well, from just
Security
basic,
company.
the security company is the glacial. Is glacial. Tagline:
Mhm.
Ice cold security. It's a unrated security corporation without the ability to move onto extraterritorial grounds. They're a fairly standard mid-range security company known for being about the only decent thing about them is that they're a good trade-off of price versus performance. Not much otherwise stand out. Their stock's down 3% this year. There have been 2 incidences where their employees have been in the news, one positive, one negative. They are under investigation for discriminatory hiring practices, and they have landed a relatively large contract with a banking outpost in Puyallup. Glacial
Okay.
security, ice cold security.
What's this about discriminatory hiring?
There's just sort of some media attention that they are hiring more humans than demographically appropriate. While it's not unusual for security companies to not hire many elves or dwarves, the lack of goblinized people is starting to get some pressure from goblinized rights groups, especially as goblinized people tend to be better natural fits for security operations. It's just a little weird, and there's nothing official happening.
Dwarf power.
No. Okay. So, out of character, my character would probably try to find a way in, knowing that A, they already have all their cleaning staff on site, and B, they probably don't take too well to telemarketing, like to door-to-door salesmen.
Yeah, okay, so door-to-door salesman wouldn't be a relatively big thing, but a delivery person would be. While there would be sort of a number of low-grade maintenance people on site, if something relatively specialized broke down, they'd have to get in a external contractor. Maybe a lift would be a thing that would require an external contractor, or a fire protection system. Automated car parking would be suitable enough for somebody like that. If there was any significant upgrades of the buildings themselves, like if there was construction to be done, construction or renovation would require somebody to come in off-site. A security review would probably have off-site members of Glacial Security to come in. If a new person moved into this area, that would also get you into the compound.